across Australia, this is Sky News.
Australians prefer to make complaints in person rather than on paper or via the internet. A new survey has found only 4% of customers put down their complaints in writing. Brett Whitford is with the Customer Service Institute. He joins me now. And I suppose in some ways, Brett, we shouldn't be surprised that people prefer to complain face-to-face, because you know you're getting your message across then, don't you?
Absolutely. 74% of respondents to the survey wanted to complain either by face-to-face methods or on the telephone. And they expect pretty much it to be handled then and there as well. They want their problem solved on the spot.
Now, your survey covered all types of industry, didn't it, as well as the public service?
Yeah, government, healthcare, communications, most industries, hospitality.
And how many people do complain?
Well, funnily enough, we find that 65% of Australians will actually complain most of the time or some of the time. So it's a very big percentage of us who are not accepting mediocrity.
Well, that assumes, of course, that we've got right on our side, that there's something there that's worth complaining about.
Well, we don't complain as much as other countries. This survey was done internationally in 6 other countries, and Australia came out as being slightly less than the international average.
What sort of thing do we complain about? Are we talking about shoddy products, shoddy service, or just, you know, in a sense, relations with a department or a business? Yeah,
the survey actually looked at every complaint possible, so we didn't actually get down to the individual levels of complaints. But I will pick up on the other point you said, how people aren't interested in complaining over the internet. And I think one of the big challenges with that is the fact that when people do put complaints in writing, and there was a survey done recently in the States, a good example was Macy's.com, which sent back a very prompt automatic response within 24 hours saying, we'll thank you for your complaint, we'll deal with it, and then we will deal with it in 24 hours. Then 5 days and 14 minutes later, the actual real response came through. So I think companies have a real challenge there if they are going to offer complaint servicing over the internet, then that people just need to learn that they will get back to them.
But how many companies in Australia are geared to deal with internet complaints?
Well, that's one of the big problems. Many companies are bombarded with email complaints, and also they're under a lot of threat. We're seeing now in the US organisations like Untied.com, which is an anti-United Airlines site, and on that site you see thousands and thousands of complaints about United Airlines and from unhappy customers. So and these things are becoming more and more prevalent, and pretty soon we'll probably be seeing Australian companies suffering from the same vendettas, if you like. So
just coming back to your survey, did you find there were differences between, say, men and women, or even regional variations in the number of times that we complain? Funnily enough, women were found to complain more than men. Elderly people, or the older age groups, were seen to complain more than younger age groups. And when men and women complained, they didn't complain for different reasons. A man will decide not to complain because he thinks it's too much trouble, where a woman generally won't complain because she thinks it takes too long. Funnily enough, Western Australia was found to be the state which complained the most, and people in Victoria and New South Wales felt that were the least likely to complain because they felt it would be a waste of time, or the people who they were dealing with would treat them rudely. I think big cities have a big impact on it. I suppose we could say that perhaps Western Australia has the highest rates of complaints because it has the highest proportion of British migrants, but I suppose that would bring complaints here then, wouldn't it? I'm sure you're getting them now, as we speak. Okay, Brett Whitford, thank you very much. Thank you.